So here's what you're looking for. Beef loin flap meat steak, or something has something to do with flap meat. So that's the label, so that's all we can tell you. So then we're going to show you how to prepare the meat. Alright, it looks like this out of the package. Alright, and so go ahead. So she's going to kind of cut it in sections. You remember, you know, basically the size of the piece. So she just slices the piece the way it comes out of the package, kind of fillets it open so it's nice and thin. So she fillets it open like that. And it's important not to chop your fingers off. And then she does some tenderizing there, just kind of pounding on it with the knife, obviously not chopping through it. Alright, so that's the pieces. Alright, so I'm going to pause for a minute. She'll do this final one, or we'll just show you another one. You know, because obviously, as you recall from the plate there, I mean, they come out in different sizes based on the shape of the original piece. But the idea is to really make them thin. So in this particular one, she was able to kind of make 1.5 out of it. Okay, so we'll pick up on the next step here in a second. Alright, what's next?
I'm gonna put in the big
Like a big pot or something like this. You just kind of layer it all in there.
No, before
you put it in the big plate. That's why I didn't want to try to write this down, because it's herky-jerky. Alright, so what's the first step before you put the meat in the pot?
I'm gonna put in soy sauce.
Okay, so regular soy sauce. Show her the label so if she wants to go shopping. So that's what we use.
In the Costco?
Yo, she does. It's from Costco?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You can get this at Costco. It's original gourmet sweet and savory marinade and cooking sauce. All right.
Nah.
So she's pouring.
Depends how much.
Yeah, depends on how much meat you got. So she's just eyeballing this. So that's the best we're going to be able to do for you. So you can get a basic idea. And you can kind of gauge by the size of this pot inside the standard sink how big it is. It's a pretty big metal, whatever you call it, pot, pan. Okay, the next step is this stuff called sweet cooking rice seasoning. Kikkoman makes it. Do you have to get this at the Korean store, or is this
any Oriental store? They have any rice seasoning.
Rice seasoning. So any kind of Asian store. So you guys may realize you don't want to do this. You might have to go some special places.
So like a rice wine, you know.
Yeah, well, whatever. It's just I'm showing you the label so you can either cross it to something else or get this exact thing. All right, go ahead. Then, again, as you can see, these are precise measurements. She just kind of poured that in there. I hope you play the thing back and you'll get the feel. Obviously, none of these measurements are super critical, just generally critical. See, that's not labeled. What is that?
This is sesame oil.
Okay, so this stuff is straight up sesame oil. Very easy to find. Any brand will do. So that's sesame oil.
And Asian store is the best.
Okay, Asian store is the best, obviously. So there again, another imprecise measurement, but that's the best we're going to do for you.
Because depends how much meat you have.
Exactly, it all depends on how. So buy that much meat. I'll tell you what, if you want to go right by what you're watching here on the video, this meat package was 2.59 pounds. All right, so, 2.5 pounds makes that much meat, which means that much stuff that we're seeing poured into this bowl.
Okay, next step, I'm gonna put, it's called the tashida.
Yeah, tashida. So this clearly is something you have to get at an Asian store. Okay, so if they go to an Asian store, they should ask for tashida.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, tashida. So what is it really? Just some type of flouring or something?
No, this is like a meat. It's real meat, fried meat, ground dried meat.
Ground dried meat.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I'm clueless. Just this is the best we can do, man. It's tashida. So here's the picture. That's the word. That's how you pronounce it. I'm not sure, so that's it.
Ground dried meat, which is same thing as this.
All right, so then what's going in now? Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
Okay,
This
so
is-
that's what she's putting in now. She just has some in a jar. So you can see she's sprinkling it in there. So just basically a light sprinkling on top of the liquid. All right, you see that?
Okay.
There's no English words at all on the back of that bag, are there? I'm trying to help these guys out. No, as you can see, it's completely in Korean. Completely. So you're on your own, guys. Tashida. All right.
I use this one instead of accent.
Okay. Yeah.
Most people they use the accent, but I
So
don't
instead of accent, so it's really not ground meat. It's meat tenderizer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Then garlic
Okay. So then you guys need to rustle up some fresh garlic.
and I
And,
smush
yeah,
it.
the way you prepare that, you know how to prepare fresh garlic. You put it in one of these jammers and use the pestle and bust it all up. So there's prepared ground up garlic. And how many cloves are you going to use in this, say, this size recipe?
This side about 3 or 4, depend if they like garlic.
Garlicky or not, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so 3 or 4 cloves of garlic, and you're saying,
I always put a little bit more than this. Yeah.
all right, so you see that.
My mother likes a lot of garlic.
Okay,
so-
well then load it up. So again, garlic is to taste, but basically 3-ish cloves, which looks kind of like that much in there.
3, 4,
Yeah.
about this much meat.
Yeah,
How much pound is that?
I already told him. 2.5. I already said that earlier.
Okay.
All right, what's next?
Black pepper.
Black pepper. So
Is
this
it
is the
sprinkled?
easiest ingredient there is. So again, just kind of, there you go.
And a little bit of sugar, that's it.
Oh, really? Okay, sugar's the last ingredient.
Just like that.
Okay, so there you go. That much sugar.
Just a little bit.
Well, just a little bit. She saw how much you put in. That's more than a little bit.
Okay. That's it. And
All right, then what happens next? All right, then you just kind of swish all that stuff up. Okay.
good.
Yeah. And then you just start putting the stuff in there. You just coat it up real good and then just start layering it in.
That's it.
All right, so I'm gonna pause it now. Okay, now wait a minute. That's basically it, right? Because after this, okay, how long do you keep it for a long time to marinate
Yeah.
it and stuff?
If you like to eat in the nighttime, if you do that, 3-4 hours before.
Okay, so
Well, one day before, it doesn't matter.
all right, so you can marinate it overnight if you want,
Yeah.
or at least like 3 or 4 hours marinated in there. Then just grill it up and eat.
Yeah.
There's no other there's no other ingredients.
No.
All right, guys, that's it. Good luck. Bon appetit.